going on, everybody, and welcome back to Frankie's Aquatics right here on the wonderful platform that is YouTube. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. This week's video is going to be something slightly different to my usual sort of content, so I'm going to basically, hopefully, going to be taking you on a trip down the future as to where this channel will be heading and where we'll be going and the sort of avenues I want to be looking at. First things first though, what do you think of the camera angle? I quite like this, slightly raised and tilted forward. I've still got my circle light on. I'm just trying loads of new techniques and all that, so you guys, unfortunately, until I get a position that I'm happy with, are going to be my guinea pigs. So I hope this is going to kind of work. I quite like this. It's kind of like, just, yeah, I like the slightly raised looking down sort of thing. I don't look up at very many people in my life. Being 6'3", I tend to be looking down on people, not in an aggressive, nasty way, but just in a height to height way. But this is quite nice. I quite like this. I can get used to this. I'm really good. So yeah, this week's video, I want to kind of make this video for myself as much as I do for you guys. So I want to hopefully be able to look back on this video in the future and go, look, it was just an idea in your head. And now look at you now. Look how far you've come. So that's kind of what I want to do. So I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into my brain and what I want to do for Frankie's Aquatics. Obviously, this is something, it's a hobby of mine, one that I pride myself on very much. I work ridiculously hard with my axolotls day in, day out, and I hope that continues to progress in the right direction. But in order to do that, I have to make some sacrifices. Things have to change. I really want to make Frankie's Aquatics bigger and bigger and bigger again. And I want to really push the rescue centre side of it too. Although I've been there for a few cases, I want to really make that into a big thing, probably eventually, probably more than the breeding side of things. I think I'll always produce axolotls, so I pride myself on producing some really stunning axolotls, and thankfully I have a great custom out there, customers and you guys that can actually confirm that and vouch for that, and I want to continue doing that. Axolotls will always be a part of my life. I just really want to step up my rescue centre idea that I had. So this week we're going to look into the future of Frankie's Aquatics and where it hopefully will be heading. So without further ado, let's go. Come on, this way. So much like anything, from something as simple as what clothes you're going to wear that particular day to what colour you're going to paint your living room, there's always starts with ideas. I'm constantly thinking ahead. I'm constantly thinking of the next step. I'm always looking for new things to do, and that makes no difference when it comes to Frankie's Aquatics. I want to show you a few ideas. I want to take you outside, hey, and I want to show you what I'm up to, or at least what I'm hoping to get up to. So if we go outside, this is the back end of my property. And the initial thought was to extend onto the actual building itself. So I was considering having maybe an extension, like a conservatory, kind of attached onto the property itself, and then obviously expanding the actual property and having it come out. So we've got like a bit of a patio area, taking up probably an extra 2 meters on the outside of the building. Now there's a whole host of reasons that have kind of put me off that. For one, you'd have to definitely get planning permission because you're extending your house to your actual property itself. So that's a definite. There'll be no two ways about that. I couldn't swerve ball that one. The second one was I wouldn't really gain a great deal of space extra. I can't really show you my neighbour's property, but my neighbour's got an outbuilding, if you'd like to call it that way, and yeah, it's good and he uses it for storage, but it isn't really. I'm going to soon hit the same problems I had before. I'm going to run out of space really quickly. So that leaves me with, how do I do things? What's the next option? I have this whole garden. It's a garden that's very rarely used. It probably gets a couple of weeks use every year by the kids. And the dog have a bit of a run around in there, but it's really nice. Apart from that, it's never really used. We have the blessing of having lovely land at the back of our property because I live near the Derby Canal. So the Derby Canal is literally over there, that way, sort of. So it leaves me with this big space here. So what can I possibly do with that? So yeah, it's quite spacious. It's quite a lot of land. It's not very level. It's nice, it's spacious, it has loads of potential, and also I can cut corners, but I don't mean in a dodgy way. I mean in a way of not being able to, I wouldn't have to jump straight in when it comes to planning permission. So long as it wasn't intrusive and it was of a reasonable size and it wasn't obviously blocking any kind of view from my neighbours, this is an option that I could obviously build on. A few ideas. The first one is obviously concrete, nice concrete base with a nice brick built garage, shed, whatever you like to call it, outhouse. That's obviously the first option. Obviously expense kind of kicks in there, manpower, because you obviously have to have someone build it that knows what they're doing, because I ain't got a clue. I struggle with jigsaws. There's just loads of ideas. The second option is obviously wood, but obviously you've got to look after, you've got to maintain that, you've got to treat it. There's loads of things that kind of steer me away from that. And the last one, which is the one I'm leaning towards, is metal. I can get a sheet metal outhouse, garage, whatever you want to call it. I can get one of them at a really reasonable price that you build yourself. Takes 3 people, about 2 days to build, and that's kind of the option I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Now obviously this is not going to happen overnight. This is not going to be something that I magically wake up to one morning and boom, it's there. It takes a lot of time, a lot of preparation, a lot of money, a lot of manpower and all the rest of it, but it is part of the 3-year plan. So I'm seriously considering this big spot of land here, doing something with it. Any better ideas, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys think. Obviously I'm an absolute novice when it comes to any kind of building or anything like that. I have no clue. Like I said, I'm not the best with a Rubik's Cube. I'll get frustrated and I'll squeeze it. But what do you guys think? There's a lot of land there, a lot of potential. I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued. Just a little side note, some of you that have seen my older content might already know this, but I also keep koi as well. Not just a hairy face, eh? Not just a hairy face. So I hope you guys kind of share my vision. I know it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a couple of weeks. It's not going to happen in a couple of months. This is, like I said, it's like a 3-year plan. I always plan ahead. I'm always thinking ahead, and then I'm always looking at the next step on the ladder, and then the one after that, and then the one after that. I'm always constantly trying to progress into where I'm being. It's not that I'm not happy, and it's not that I'm not content of where I am. It's just I'm always looking to try and better what I'm doing. I don't know, I've always been that way. Always been that way. When I was a kid, I used to play for a 5-a-side football team. We're a really good team. A really good team. And I was like, but what's next? What are we going to do next? And everyone was like, just calm down. I'm just like, I can't help it. I always strive for perfection. It's not a bad trait to have, I don't think. But yeah, so that's kind of like the long-term projection. That's the long-term goal. Ideally, I would like some sort of outhouse that's going to kind of house all my axolotls in and kind of be my little sanctuary. It's an idea. Again, that's what it is right now. It's nothing more than an idea. There's a lot of factors that I've got to take into consideration. There's obviously the financial factor. There's obviously planning permission with certain builds. If I go with certain ideas, I've got to get planning permission too, which again costs more money, a lot more time, a lot more planning, more than just ideas in my head basically. And then obviously it takes time to obviously make the dreams a reality. But I've never been so sure or confident in anything in my life. I really hope you guys share my vision, and I hope this one day we'll be watching back on this video together, or someone will stumble across this video before they've watched my other stuff and go, wow, remember that was just an idea in your head. It's a very nice dream to aim for. Progression is definitely the way forward for Frankie's Aquatics. One way or the other, progression is definitely coming. And I hope to dear God that all you guys that have been there from day one, when I was shouting at you all saying, I've only got 70 subscribers, but I love you all. I hope that we're all look back together on that and have a bit of a giggle about it and just talk about the journey and how far I've come. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. You guys are the absolute force behind Frankie's Aquatics. You keep this channel alive. You keep me enjoying doing content. I've never been happier than when I'm in front of a camera talking to you guys, which might sound a little bit egotistical because I have to look at myself quite a lot during the recording and the editing. But I genuinely love putting out content that you guys kind of soak up and enjoy. And your feedback has been absolutely crucial to where this channel is going to be going. So hopefully you share my direction. Hopefully we can all get there together, and hopefully Frankie's Aquatics will soon be Frankie's Aquatics. So as always, I want to thank you all for your constant feedback. What do you think of the camera angles? What do you think of the lighting? The little things that I'm doing to try and make this channel more enjoyable. I hope it's coming across in the videos. Thank you all so much for stopping by and checking out this week's video. Now, if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit that like button. It just helps my content get reached in further places on YouTube, and it also keeps me in the loop that you're obviously enjoying what I'm doing. I've noticed there's a few of them. I'm not happy with them. You can pack that right in. What can I say? Taters gonna tate, aren't they? Taters gonna tate. But the majority of you enjoying the content, so be sure to hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button, because that will basically keep you in the loop of when I upload. And ding that notification bell, because it looks really pretty. I don't quite know what it does, but just ding it anyway. Go on, ding! You know you want to. Go on, have a go. And then next week's video is going to be about axolotl food, and in particular axolotl feeding pellets. I've been running a bit of a test behind the scenes, and I'm going to share it with you all next week, so make sure you're around for that one. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out this week's video. And until next time, ta-ta. It's going to be a... I've just realised this is going to be quite the stretch to do me ta-ta for now, because I've got to get right down now, haven't I? But until next time, ta-ta for now. Woohoo! Oh, Jesus. Oh dear, that was fun. We're still at the sexy circles. Oh yeah, sexy circles in my eyes. Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh,